Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Verma and today we are learning the example of deterministic finite automata, that is DFA. The question is, construct DFA of language with all string that end with A over sigma equal to A comma B. So here we are going to construct the deterministic finite automata for the language where we have the string which end with A, and we have given the input alphabet which is A comma B. So here we have given with sigma equal to set of A comma B. Here sigma is alphabet and A comma B are symbols. Alphabet is the set of symbols. Here we have given sigma equal to A comma B. The meaning is that we have given two symbols A comma B, and from that we have to create the alphabet. So all the possible string which can be created using symbols A comma B we will take, and they should end with A. So we are going to generate the language. Let us assume L. Here L signify the language, which is equal to the string which end with A, which is equal to the set. In this set we are having the string which end with A, and the string which end with A, the minimum one is A itself. So A is ending with A, then AA, again it is ending with A, then 3 times A, again at the last we have the A, and so on, means 4 times A, 5 times A, or we may have BA or BBA or BABA and so on. So there are infinite number of string possible where at the last or at the end we are having the A. So these all string are making a language where the string end with A. And for this language we are going to construct the DFA. We are going to construct the DFA step by step. So first of all, DFA start with the initial state. In the initial state, we are having a circle which is having the incoming arrow. So this is the initial state. Let's assume I am giving the name of this state as Q0. Whenever a language is given where we have multiple string, and for that we has to create the DFA, in that case we has to pick the minimum length string. So here that is A. So for this A we are going to construct the DFA. Now let us suppose that we are on the initial state Q0 and A will come. We know that DFA is just like the Ludo game. That means whenever some input come, it changes the state. So from Q0 we are going to the another state. Here we can see that single A is accepted by the DFA. That means if single A come, that is ending with A itself, and this should be accepted by the DFA. So if anything is accepted by the DFA, that is represented with the double circle, which means it is the final state. DFA accept the string when after processing the complete string, we are on to the final state. And here we can see that we started with Q0, and when A comes, at that time we go to the next state which is the final state. And let us suppose that the name of this state I am giving is Q1. So we are on to the Q1 which is the final state, and after that this A is accepted by the machine. So till that a basic skeleton of DFA is created. Now we are going to modify. Next important point about the DFA is that every state must have the proper moves for the input alphabet. Here we know that A and B are the input alphabet. So in Q0, we should address A and B. We can see that in Q0, A move is given. The B move is right now not given. And in Q1, A and B, both moves are not given. So until we address all these points, the DFA is not complete. So we are moving forward to complete this DFA. We are taking another string so that we can make the DFA. Let's suppose the next string is AA. For the first A, the DFA will start from initial state and A will come, it will move to the Q1. But when the second A will come, we know that afterward it should be on final state because AA should be accepted. So for the next A, when it is coming on the Q1, we are applying the self loop. That means we are coming back to the final state. So here we can see that for first A, from initial state to the Q1, then for second A, we are coming back to Q1. So again, after processing AA, we are on to the Q1, which is the final state. So this AA is accepted by the machine. So if single A come, we will coming from Q0 to Q1, which is final state. This is accepted. For 2A, we start from Q0, come to Q1. Second A, again come to Q1 final state. So AA is accepted. In the similar manner, if we have the 3 times A, so for the first A, from Q0 we come to the Q1. Then for second A, we again come back to Q1. And for third A, we again come back to Q1. This is the infinite loop, means any number of A will come, we are coming back to the Q1. So this 3 times A is also accepted by the DFA. In the similar manner, 4 times A, 5 times A or any number of A, they will be accepted because at the last we are having A. So this is solving our purpose. So here Q0 is addressing A, but still the B is missing, and Q1 is addressing A and also B is missing. So that means still we have to work on the DFA. We are moving forward. We are taking another string which is BA, and that should be accepted by the DFA. So we are now checking. Let us suppose B will come initially. So here on Q0, the move for B is not available. On the initial state Q0, we are going to apply the transition for input B. Here the one possibility is that we are going to provide the B here, but let us suppose that we are having a string which is B. Now we know that this B is not the part of our language because language is string ends with A and B is not ending with A. Let us assume we are putting this B onto this DFA. Then from Q0, B will come, and here we are coming to the Q1, which is the final state. That means B is accepted by this DFA, which is wrong because B is not the part of language, and if we are accepting it, then DFA is not proper. So this is not the transition for B. We have to try some other way. The second possibility is that whenever the B will come at the Q0, so we move to a dead state. The dead state is a state where we are going to rotate at the same state for all the symbols, which is A and B, and there is no result which is coming out because this is not the final state. But there is a drawback. The possibility may be that we are having a input BA. So whenever the B will come, at the first B, we are putting into the dead state, and after that A may come, which we are not accepting. So we are ignoring this string which is BA, BBA by putting the dead state by simply scanning the first B. So this is again not the possibility. We have to try some other thing. There is one more possibility. When we are on Q0 and B come, so we are onto the self loop, means we are coming back to the Q0. So here we can check. Let us suppose we are having first B. So for the first B, we started from Q0 and we are coming back to the Q0. So here we are on the same state. And let us suppose that afterward A will come. So then we are on to the next state which is Q1. And after processing this string, we are on to the final state. That means this string is accepted by the DFA. So our purpose is solved. Let us suppose that we are having single B. We know that this is not the part of our language, but we are just trying. Let us suppose a single B will come. In that case, we start with the initial state and we are coming back to the initial state. That means after processing the string, we are on the state which is not a final state. That means this string is not accepted by the DFA, and this is what we want. We are checking one more string. Let us suppose that B come. So from Q0 initial state, when B come, self loop, we are coming back. Then next B come. So again we are coming back to Q0, and when A come, so we are moving to the Q1 which is the final state. So after processing the complete string, we are on to the final state. So when we are on the final state after processing the string, that means that is accepted by the DFA. Now check, is our DFA is complete? We know that to complete the DFA, for every state, it should address all the input alphabet. So on Q0, if A come, we will move further. If B come, self loop. That means Q0 is okay. On Q1, if A will come, self loop. But if B will come, what will happen? That means we have to proceed further. We are checking another string. So let us suppose that B come. So here from Q0, we come back to the Q0 and A will come. So here we are coming to the Q1, then B will come. So here there are different possibility. The first thing is I apply the B here in self loop. Now we are checking, is it solving our purpose? Let us suppose that I am taking one string which is BAB. We know that this BAB is not the part of our language because language is string end with A and this string is not ending with A, but we are just checking. So when first B will come, then from Q0, we are coming to the Q0, self loop. When A will come, we are moving the state which is on Q1. And when again B will come, we are coming back to the final state. That means after processing the complete string, we are on the final state. That means this DFA is accepting this string, which is totally wrong. Because this string is not the part of language. So putting B here is not solving our purpose. We have to try some other thing. The next possibility is that on Q1, when B come, so here we move the state to the dead state. In the dead state, we have the self loop which address all the alphabet, and from here we cannot move further. This is the dead end. Let's check. Take the example. Let us suppose that we are taking this string. Here B come. So for B, the self loop, we are coming back to Q naught. Then for A, we are coming to Q1, and then for B, from Q1 we are coming to the dead state. But there is a problem, because by simply seeing the B, we are putting the dead state, means for all the further input, here we are on to the dead state. So if A come, then again we are remaining on the dead state. Dead state means we are not accepting this string. But this is wrong. This string is the part of language and this should be accepted. Means by simply seeing the B on state Q1, we should not move to the dead state. There may be chance that further A will come. So we have to try some other thing. Now we are checking the next possibility. So whenever we are on Q1 and B come, so from Q1 we can move to the Q naught. Now let's check, is it solving our purpose? So we are checking this string. Let us suppose that first of all B comes. Now we are on the Q naught. For B we are coming back to Q naught. Then if A comes, then from Q naught we are going to the Q1. Then B comes. From Q1 we are going to the Q naught. And then A comes. So from Q naught again we are going to the Q1, which is the final state. So after processing the complete string, we are on to the final state. That means this string is accepted by the DFA. So this DFA is solving our purpose. We have taken one other string earlier. Let's check that also. We know that this string is not the part of our language because the language is string end with A, and this is not ending with A. That means this should not be accepted by the DFA. So we are checking. So starting we are having the B. So initial state B will come. We are again coming back to Q naught. And A will come. So we are moving to the Q1. And then B will come. So we are going to the Q naught. So at the end of complete string, we are on to the Q naught. And this Q naught is not the final state. That means this string is not accepted by the DFA. So this DFA is addressing all the string, and this DFA is solving our purpose for ending with A. Now check, is this DFA is complete? The DFA is complete when all the states are addressing all the input symbol. So for Q naught, if A will come, we can go to Q1. If B will come, we will come back to Q naught. So this is complete state. Now on Q1, if A will come, there is a self loop, and if B will come, we will go to Q naught. So this is also the complete state. So all the states are complete. That means this DFA is properly created, and it is also accepting all the string which are ending with A and rejecting all the remaining string. So that's all for today. Thank you.